Dear diarrhea, diarrhea full of shit. Just play along with myself and I, no one else. Yo, I'm so legit. I deleted my last videos, well, audio presentations. Well, one was a little bit of a video. I just, I don't like listening to audio presentations that I made while drunk, later. My words are fucking what have you and whatnot slurred. I am done. I gotta get my act together. Hey, Katie Boo, we still on for Christmas? It's not too late. I could catch a flight up to Chicago. I'm just messing. I'm gonna go spend it with the pod, as I call them. And then I'll come back here, sleep, all alone, pissed off, hating on life, plotting my revenge on the world, and then I'll get up and go do the Christmas thing. I'll set my alarm for 7 o'clock. Just get up, probably take a shit, in the morning, and then get dressed and head out to my truck and down the drive. So, like when I would get up for work, back when I had a job, I would set my alarm for 4:45 in the morning. And I was out the door by 5. I do not fuck around with my morning routine. I have all the shit, already in my pockets and shit like that. And, I wouldn't really keep a whole lot of stuff in my pockets while I was working, in case it fell out. I'd turn my phone off and keep it in my car. And I have like a little insulated like sandwich bag thing. Even though it's turned off, I would keep it in there. To kind of protect it from the hot and cold. Things, it's not generating heat, but it would hopefully last throughout the day, whatever. It's just what I do. It's no big deal. And out in public, I always just have my phone with me. I don't leave it in the car. And then I would stuff that little bag thing kind of under the seat. It's not like anybody's going to see it. And, we parked over there where everybody's vehicles are visible anyway. But it's just what I do. Hey, sweet Katie Boo. Talking about third legs, is you? Are you a third leg type of girl? If you ain't, you should be. That's kind of funny. I didn't really watch that whole thing. If I will, I'll watch it again. If I did, I don't remember. You're being lame and stuff, but. And then this one you just posted about an hour ago. I, of course, my mind goes somewhere else. The best cranial nerve examination I've ever delivered, and I'm thinking, is that trying to say something else? Probably not, but anyway. Oh, shit. Like I said, if you're not a blowjob queen now, and you're probably not, you will be when we're together. You're going to be a diva. So, And you can still be one of those good Christian girl types. So, anyway, because I think you are one of those good Christian girl types. You know, probably you just, yeah. Technically, I would consider myself a Christian, just a bad one. But you're the type who probably goes to church at least every week, if not more. You might belong to like groups of people who, Bible study, like more than just church, but you just, I don't know. Do you ask for advice? Um, you're trying to be a good girl and a decent human being. And, you're wanting to get married and probably have a baby, have kids, and you're like, why? But I'm trying, are you that type of girl, Anyway, you gotta be ruthless when you're dating. I'm not saying, play mind games with them or anything, but you can if you want to. Because if it's legit, shit testing, if it, if he really truly is a good dude, he'll pass the shit test, But you know what that is, right? The concept of a shit test where girls, try and put simpy ass dudes through tests, to see if they'll put their foot down and if they'll tolerate it or if they'll gently yet firmly put them in their place. Anyway, I don't see you the type of girl who would do that. Like if I saw, a girl, walking with a nice ass, I might mention it later, like shit, that girl had a nice ass, not as nice as yours. But and then you'd be thinking about it, but you didn't want to bring it up because I'm a horn dog. So I was on a bowling team one time. We were called the Horn Dogs. We were the team to beat. We gradually made it up to first place, and we stayed there for the entire league, and then fell down back into like third place. I think we won like, I don't know, $200. Split that 4 ways. Yay! And I was also on a pizza league one time where they'd feed you pizza. That was pretty cool. I've only been on 2 bowling leagues. Yeah, I got a new ball now, though. I've talked about that. I bowl with a wicked hook. It's hard to bowl with just one ball. I guess I'll have to, use 2 like the people who are good bowlers. They have 2 balls. They have their strike ball and then their ball to pick up spares. They don't have such a wicked hook. Because I guess it's a combination of the release and what the ball's actually made of. Because I had with my other ball, I had like a curve. I'd roll the ball down the right side of the lane, and then when it got to where the oil ended, it would curve and hit the pocket. But now with my new ball, I release it on the far left side of the lane. It's going across to the right, and then when it gets to the oil end, it makes a hard bank, like 90 degrees, and hits the pocket. Oh, shit. Yeah, I haven't gotten around to that either. Becoming a professional bowler. I figure I'll just practice and get really good. Because I would regularly bowl in the 140s with my other ball, and with my new ball, I was bowling in the 180s. So Oh, yeah. And you can tell all your friends that you're married to a former truck driver. Um, had a brief stint, as a laborer and front end loader operator, but, fucked that up. And now he's a professional bowler, so your friends will be so jealous. And we'll drive around in the monster truck. You probably won't run a ride in the Isuzu, though. And the army truck when I get it. Your friends will be like, "You're so lucky. How did you get so lucky?" It's almost like you know, almost you won the lottery. The lottery of love. So, not like me where I matched 5 out of 6 motherfucking numbers and got a paycheck from the state for $1,200. You stupid bastards. I was thinking, driving there like, hey, yeah, this is going to be pretty cool, man. How much do you think it is? 100,000, 200,000? How much do you think actually won? $1,200. Fuck, man. Who needs money, though, anyway, when you got love? That's all you need is love. Like the Beatles song. And the movie Michael. That's my middle name. I was named after the Archangel. One of them. And they used to, my nickname was Gabes. Gabes. So, Gabes, Gabriel. Another Archangel. I'm sure you know that, being a good Christian girl and all. So, I think that's cute. You find a man yet? I sure hope not. That would real be a blow to my free, spirited spirit or something like that. Because even though I hate everything and everybody, I'm a pretty happy dude. Boy, sure would be nice to have love in my life. A pretty girl. I had a dream about some random girl. And actually, like, generated a face. And she was pretty. And it was kind of out of context. She was just sort of there. I remember I gave her a hug and a kiss. Because I'm so thirsty and desperate for, the soft, warm touch of a kind and caring, good woman. Would you be that good woman and I'll be your good man? And then we'll have a baby. I'll plug one up in you right away. So we're kind of going to miss the honeymoon phase, but honestly, I think I'm going to fall more in love with you when you're Mama Bear and I'm Papa Bear. And we got little baby bear on the scene. I guess I was born to be a family man. Or, family boy, bitch, pussy, coward, all that stuff. That's why I'm hate on life and stuff, is because I'm such a failure. I'm so inadequate at, like, everything. So I can't even keep a fucking job. That's not true. I've had many, many jobs. Quit most of them. Worked at one of them for, 10 years. I had some... So... And like I said, I'll just roll on up there. Again, your friends will be so jealous. He's got such a big truck. He drives one of those things. How does he wheel around the city streets? Chicago's a bitch, by the way. Watch your ass. There is low-hanging branches, wires, bridges. They're everywhere. Chicago sucks. It is not truck-friendly. Neither are the people. the other drivers. Do you drive? Or are you neurotic? I just can't. It's amazing, lucky me that you're not happily married with a family. It's got to be you, you know? You're the common denominator. You're the one who can't stay in a relationship. I wonder why. Are you insufferable? Do you kind of like get like guys fall in love with you and they're like, oh, baby, I'm going to build you a house and a castle and buy you a pony and this, that, and the other. We'll move out to the countryside and yeah, and you're like, and maybe that scares you off. Because so many dudes have just fallen head over heels in love with you. Interesting. I doubt that. But it's probably, maybe you're too clingy. Maybe you fall in love with all of them. I don't know. So, but anyway, baby, you ain't got to worry about that no more. I mean, the expediter of your dreams. Yes, consolidate all of them quickly. You want a family? Let's do it. And like I said, kind of crazy, huh? And I'm going to make the little baby bed. It's not a dog bed. I'm sure Cindy will take to him or her just wonderful because she's still young, She'll be kicking for another 10 years or so, And I'm sure she'll just, and the little baby, will pat her and hug her, and they'll be best friends. You'll be like, you ain't mama no more. Cindy will adopt the kid, and you'll be second place, and I'll be, a distant third. Like, fuck, I don't fucking know you. You're just someone that mom has feelings for, apparently. Because you're like a dog mom, It's going to be great. I can't wait. Oh, my heart aches with anticipation. My mind goes so many different places. Yeah, Yeah, like at the blue balls. So, I guess that's all I got to say, baby. I'm thinking about you. Who was that girl? Because that's weird. Is that even a thing? Oh, I heard, I heard that. Your brain, I guess. I think I heard this somewhere. If you dream about someone, it's a face that you've seen. So apparently, I've seen this girl before at some point. Maybe at the grocery store, maybe at the gas station. According to the whatever. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah. Yeah, I think she was my girlfriend. Yeah. Like I said, it was kind of out of context. She was just sort of there. I had like a little miniature cannon. What the fuck? Yeah, it was weird. It was a cannon, and it like shot radio waves. What the fuck you talking about? Maybe you should stop drinking. It was like a little medieval type cannon. It wasn't like a modern howitzer or anything, but it shot radio waves. Anything else? No, that's pretty much it. Thinking about you. Santa Claus is probably going to watch you sleep tonight. Just listen to you breathe, all peaceful and getting your rest so you can be alert and happy the next day. You ain't got a man in your life, do you? I figured you'd just wait for me, like, indefinitely. Oh, sweet, sweet Katie Boo.